huge traffic jams. People are being told not to drive unless it's absolutely necessary. Undergrounds have been evacuated in Madrid. The metro in Lisbon and Porto in Portugal have been suspended. Airports are affected.
Large areas of Spain and Portugal have been hit by a power outage. Cash machines are down. Traffic lights are not working. Times Radio's Tom Nunan is here with the latest.
Good afternoon, Trevor. It seems there's been an enormous outage, essentially covering the whole of the Iberian Peninsula. Every business, any home, any hospital, public building that's connected to the grid has been affected. The Spanish officials are saying that it's part of a wider European problem, but it does specifically seem to be Spain, Portugal, Andorra, from Barcelona in the northeast of Spain all the way through to Lisbon and Porto. Parts of France briefly lost power, although French officials say that is now restored.
Wow, that's interesting. Nice use of the Iberian Peninsula there. What has been affected?
I mean, pretty much every corner of life. You've mentioned traffic lights have stopped working. There are huge traffic jams. People are being told not to drive unless it's absolutely necessary. Undergrounds have been evacuated in Madrid. The metro in Lisbon and Porto in Portugal have been suspended. Airports are affected, although we understand some have now had contingencies put in place. Things as mundane as cash points aren't working. I mean, there's stories of people going to brunch, trying to pay for brunch. They can't do that with their card or with their phone because the business's machines aren't working. So then they've had to go to a cash point, which has involved going in a cab rather than a train because those aren't working. They get to the cash point, then there's massive queues because they aren't working. So it really is everything. The Madrid Open in Spain, that play's been suspended there. People have been evacuated. And of course, it's the middle of the day, so some of it is in sunlight, but if you're on the underground or anywhere indoors, you're trying to operate all this in darkness. The evacuations in Madrid have had to take place in complete darkness.
Absolute chaos. It's so interesting how quickly our very sophisticated, civilised world can descend into, Neanderthal darkness, as you put it. Have we got any precedent for this? Does anybody come up with
So
it's happened before?
Not in a Spanish context, and certainly not on this scale. I mean, some of the biggest blackouts worldwide have taken place in India or Pakistan or Bangladesh. But in a European context, in 2003, September 2003, the whole of Italy lost power. And the one thing that this might give us some insight into, we don't know the cause of what's caused this outage in Spain yet, but in Italy, that was essentially sparked by a tree hitting a power line in Switzerland and a series of events from there. So, again, it might be something quite mundane, quite run-of-the-mill that has caused this. So it might not be as sinister as it now seems.
OK, well, keep us across it, Tom, and especially if we actually find out what's happened, whether it's a tree or, a sparrow has wandered across a line somewhere. Thanks very much. Times Radio's Tom Nunan.
Els recordem que poden accedir a la zona d'embarcament per qualsevol dels punts de control.
De momento va, lo que pasa es claro, cuando se acabe el site, hay muchos sitios que no funcionan. No, aquí porque no está conectado al site. Y si no, con la otra, se ha ido la luz en el CAP y ya todo ya no se puede conectar. Claro, es que parecemos tontos, perdón. Porque ya el site, hasta que meti el site, es un acumulador de energía.
Gràcies per tot acompanyar-nos i que vagi bé el viatge, si pots arribar a casa. Gràcies.
De les indústries químiques de Tarragona i van cremar aquest producte circulant en torxes amb fum molt visible i amb